Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and good night. And it's light night here. In the UK, it is dark again, so if there's some problem with light issues and reflections, it's because I've got the light on. It's only midday, and we don't get light until probably June. And then it goes dark again in August. So yesterday we looked at some art stamps. And within that art collection was this other package, which I didn't quite get to open, so I'm going to open that now. We'll splodge them out. Well, most of them. We won't bother with those. And we'll have a little... Actually, we better have a quick look at this. Hungary. Now, looking at this envelope, or looking at this plastic package, I couldn't really see any arty stuff in there. I saw a lot of Middle Eastern stuff, but we'll have a look. We won't never say never. But stamps are stamps, and there will be something to enjoy, as usual with all stamps. Why is that stuck? That's better. Now, you could say, Peter, there's art here featured in these stamps from the Socialist People's Libyan Arab Republic. That is a mandolin type instrument, so music is art. So we have that, and we also have the violin, again from the Socialist People's Libyan Arab Republic, also known as the People's Libyan Republic of Socialism. So that's a good little start with regards to art. So I may be wrong in that regard. What have we got here? New Zealand. Yeah, I think that's a drawing. The Hobbit. Film. Does that count as art? I think it possibly does. And here we've got Deutsches Bundespost Berlin stamp. That looks to be a bit of a painting to me. I may have to take that preamble back. What have we got next? Ooh. Well, it's Canada. Painter. So that is a work of art. I'm taking all that back because all these are works of art. Deutsches Democratic Republic. And again. And again. Oh, well, that's Bundespost, is it? Yeah, Bundespost. But Germany, nonetheless. And here we've got the Republic of Ireland. So many countries featuring art. This is a topical collection rather than a country collection. Bateman from 1970. Well, he died in 1970. Maltese stamp. Hungary. Leonardo da Vinci. Grenada. The Madonna of the Basket. Mother and child. Ooh, a nice long stamp. Ras Al Amara. This is a Japanese painting. Sharjah. Look at this. Russia. Surreal beauty. Beauty Real. And also, here we have another Russian. And another one, which goes head away. Again, it is an arty theme. Mahra State. Adjuman. A bird. Painted bird, another painted bird. So that's quite nice. What else have we got? Now, it was when I saw these that I thought we're struggling really to consider them art. But again, I'm wrong, because that is a musical instrument of some description. And I know that because that is part of the set. So there's a set of musical instruments going on here. There's a trombone, is that saxophone, sorry, an oboe, a flute of types clarinet actually. Not sure what that is. A set of drums there. A barber. Some sort of piano. So those are quite nice. And then we're back to the paintings again. The Madonna, well, a lady anyway, a lady. Over to Jersey for some dramatic British painting stamps. Yeah, ships on fire, drowning, burning. Battle of La Hogue. The Battle of La Hogue is celebrated in those paintings. So that is nice. This is a beauty. Look at that, David Bowie. Wow, a 1922 stamp from Germany. Fair dues. Australian art, I would suggest that is. A Turner, always welcome. I think this is another Turner. Sir Henry Raeburn. Now that's another Henry Raeburn. That's very famous painting. Joshua Reynolds. In his day, he was the greatest English painter. A Cook Island stamp of Madonna and Child, Our Lady and Baby Jesus. Here we've got another Turner and another Turner, so that's quite a nice little set within there. Next we're back to British. There's some great countries as well, by the way, in this collection. In this gift. Wow. Malcolm Sargent. I don't know who he is. Republic Rouennaise. Again, some sort of Dutch painting there. These are nice. Well, or should I say, this is nice. Look at that modern art. Very Russian and... wow. I do like the realism there. I love the figure. They're very Russian, aren't they? Dramatic, there's drama. Look at Lenin there. There's a lot of drama in Russian art and in their poetry and their plays, their stories. A lot of drama. Trinidad and Tobago. Madonna and Child, New Zealand Christmas stamp. Again from a painting. That's upside down. A vase of flowers. Nice. And then finally we're getting to Trinidad again. Could be the whole, well, not just Trinidad, but also back to the UK. So Thomas Beecham. Henry Wood. Era. Christmas always gives a lot of opportunity for paintings to appear, usually of mother and child. Three Wise Men, Christmas Grenadines, that's nice. We look at those, so there's a lot of scope there for art. I do like painting religious themes. It gives you the story, the story of España. Oh, that's nice. Bullfighter, toreador, or a picador, maybe. Another one there. And then we've got Jamaica. Look at that, Lord Jesus carrying the cross. That would be Veronica or... I don't know. And another Very nice Easter stamp there. Don't get many Easter stamps. It's a Caravaggio by the look of it. By the name, not by the painting. There was a Caravaggio yesterday that we looked at, and that was more sort of dramatic. Lowry and 1 shilling and sixpence. Again, it's the nativity scene. So we'll just have a quick look at these that we didn't get out. Bowl of fruit and a town. So yeah, I think that I was wrong to say that these weren't going to be art. All of them are arty farty. My favourite, probably, the most unusual one would be the Bowie. It's also got the scanning thing there, and yeah, it's very nice. I also like the Russians. That one I particularly like. A couple of three young people on the way somewhere. He's reading, she's carrying a book, he's carrying a book. There's education within the nation, so to speak. And it's very well composed. I love the colours, I love the style, I love the action. So that is a nice one. I also do like the fact that we got some Easter stamps there. And what else did I like? Can I grab the other one I liked a lot? Let me see if I can find the other one. Yeah, you can't beat a bit of Lenin, but this one really, very Russian, very Superman, id, ego. There's a lot of action going on, a lot of movement there. Interesting subject matter. Great coloration. People. Yeah, I do like people. And yeah, so that's 1965 too. So right at the height of the Cold War, when things were particularly dangerous. This is 1957. 1955. Yeah, so that's it for now. I hope you've enjoyed this. This is the second one of two, which was dealing with a Christmas gift that I received and under the topical theme of art. Let me know where you're listening from. If you haven't subscribe to me. It does help me get the message of stamps out there. Leave me a comment, give me a thumbs up, and we'll just have one more look at these others from yesterday. Again, these, it's very arty, very beautiful. That's a beauty, isn't it? I love that. Let's go and get the others. Yeah. So, if you like art or if you like other topics, let me know what you like, and I'll talk to you very soon. Bye for now.